So I think you've had some really interesting presentations and pitches. We're just here to make your mood a little lighter. So we're going to talk about ice creams and not robotics.
Hi, my name is Ayush. He is Akhil. We are cousins and co-founders at Fettle Ice Cream. I graduated in economics from Michigan State and he graduated in entrepreneurship from University of Nottingham. He brings 11 years of experience in finance and hospitality, while I bring 7 years of experience in retail and operations. Next. So we are a team of 15 people, comprising of various departments including operations, finance, marketing, business development. We also have data technologists on board.
So we started in April 2018. We wanted to solve the problem of healthy snacking or the sweet tooth problem. In India, it's very common. We want something sweet after our meals, and we come from a country which is the diabetic capital of the world, right? And it runs in our family also. So we wanted to solve that, and we wanted to find something which is affordable and very easily available everywhere. So when we looked out, we found really expensive options, in fine dine restaurants, and we wanted something that could be easily available and affordable. So that's why we came up with the ice creams. Traditionally, an ice cream has about 200 to 250 calories, whereas our products have only about 60 to 75 calories, so it's about 30%. And also in terms of sugar, so a traditional ice cream has about 16 grams of sugar, which is about 4 tablespoons. So we started with the low sugar variant, which was 4 grams, which is about 1 tablespoon, and then we graduated to absolutely no sugar variants.
Did you get the samples?
Yes.
Wow.
So the other problem that we wanted to solve was of portion control. Like I said, after your meals you want something sweet and it's like a daily habit, right? So people dig into the kitchen for something sweet. So we came up with the concept of bite-sized ice creams. So maybe after your lunch or dinner or whatever, rather than jumping into a whole scoop of ice cream, we innovated with the concept of bite-sized ice cream. Each bite is only about 14 to 17 calories and absolutely no sugar. Next. So totally, globally the ice cream industry is about $62 billion. India is the 5th largest market in the world at about $1.8 billion, and also the fastest growing in the world. So the demographics, which is having a very young population, is something that is very encouraging, and also we have aggregators like no other country in the world. So just to give you some global comparators, example, Halo Top is a company based out of US, and they started in April in 2012. In 2019, they clocked over 347 million in annual revenue. And similarly, there are about 10-15 more brands, with somebody like Ben & Jerry also coming up with Muforia. So they have also dived into the same space. Like I said, we started in April 18, and we kept launching new flavors. We only started focusing on the D2C platform in May 2021 and saw good growth from there on. And very recently, we've again come up with a new product, which is the mini cones. Cones is something where traditionally your very by default go-to product for ice cream. So that's what we've launched very recently, and we've got some samples for you to try.
Nice. So our processes can be divided mainly into product development, manufacturing, and distribution channels. Next. So the customer feedback is the core of our business and our products. We encourage all our customers who order via our website or through aggregators to leave feedback. That really helps us in our future product. At the same time, whenever we experiment with something new back in our kitchen, we send it out as free samples and tasters to all our customers, including everyone that's ordered forever with us as part of their hampers, delivery bags. Yes. So we follow very asset-light manufacturing process, where we have contracts with the 2 biggest co-packers in the city. So we have ample of space where we can scale up production capacities for all our future needs. All the raw material is procured by our own team. It gets repacked and co-packed into our own production bag, so that the secrecy is maintained of our product. Then they are transferred to the facility and the factory, and then the final product is transferred to our dedicated cold storage facility in the city.
So we focus a lot online compared to the traditional.
Yeah.
So it's procured by our team. We repack it so that we maintain secrecy, and then we take it to the co-packers facility to use their to use the equipment and manpower.
So inbound is completely.
Yeah. So we maintain the recipe secrecy. So our channels are largely online. 85% of our business comes online, with D2C and aggregators being at the forefront. And on our online platforms, we typically do a 24-hour delivery, but now we've started with instant deliveries through by use of technology. So we also service in over 85 stores in Bombay and few more in Pune and Bangalore. We were also the exclusive partners for CureFit's spin-off, which is EatFit. So we used to do like a co-branded product for them. They had a brand called Little Sin. So for about a year and a half, this is what the product looked like for EatFit, and we used to supply pan-India for them.
So for marketing, we follow an omni-channel approach and everything bagel approach, with online being the focus. We engage in influencer giveaways and celebrity giveaways. Whenever we launch something, we send out our products to them for them to try and give us a feedback. At the same time, we are present on different online aggregators like Swiggy, Zomato, and other aggregators. So where we do a brand, we call a brand positioning activity, where we put up ads so our restaurant and our brand can be seen in the top 10 across the city. Next. So pre-COVID, we did a lot of, we were part of a lot of events and outdoor events in the city. We did over 25 of them. So this is like a guerrilla marketing, offline marketing, where firsthand we get the feedback of all the customers when we make them taste our products. And these products and these people come from various different demographics and cultures and backgrounds. Next.
So just to give you a highlight on the metrics, we enjoy heavy, good margins of 75% plus on our product, and a good return on our ad spends of about 3.5 to 4x. We service roughly about 3,000 customers on a monthly basis as of now. As of now, 100% of the equity is with us. We've just raised a small round, but that is through a convertible note. We're seeing a good month-on-month growth of roughly about 10%. 40% is the typical customer retention rate, which is very high for a food company. The average ticket value on our website is about 1,050, and on the aggregators is roughly about 560 rupees. So some of the things that give us a slight edge on the competition is that most of the brands that you see, some of the top brands also use artificial colors and flavors, which typically somebody would not know of as a layman. But we use something that maybe something like a natural does. So for like a strawberry ice cream, you would have the strawberry pulp and not a flavor that comes in a bowl.
This is just a synopsis of the entire catalog that we have at Fettle. We started off with low sugar ice creams and flavors, which are extremely low in calories, carbs, sugar, and fat. Then we moved on to a completely no sugar variants, where we launched with 4 flavors. So this gave us a very good traction with people who are diabetic or who have other pre-existing diseases as well. Then last year in 2021, in the summer, is when we ventured into bite-sized ice creams. So these come in typical cups with 11 pieces, and completely without sugar and only 14 to 15 calories a piece. So this was a very big hit amongst people who were 45 up and did not have to think about scooping and thinking how much is one scoop in terms of calories. This was 3-portion ice cream for them. And then last month is when we launched our mini cones, which we've been getting a very, very good feedback on. These are like revolutionary small mini-sized camel cones, and the ice cream is completely without sugar. So every time a customer places an order on our website, we encourage them to give us some feedback as well, to leave us some feedback. This is some of the honest feedback that we've gotten on our ice creams across various categories, including minis and tubs. And I think these are very encouraging for us.
So some of the categories that we want to get into, even candy bars, cookie ice cream, etc. We also want to launch a vegan range across all the categories that we are into. Also in the future, based on the same food philosophy that we follow, we plan to get into more ambient food categories. Like for example, there's been no innovation in chocolates till date, right? So you still eat the same Kit Kat, there's been absolutely no innovation. So we would follow the same food philosophy and get into industries that are much wider. So totally we're looking to raise about 2.25 crores. We are doing an average fraction of about 20 lakhs and we've invested 45 lakhs. We've raised a small round through an angel network very recently in Jan, and we also have a soft commitment of about 1.25 crores as of now, and we're looking to raise the balance money. So the funds would be deployed largely in marketing infrastructure, making this a national brand, entering into other geographies, and also for the R&D for the other product line.
One thing, you mentioned somewhere in your presentation, your margins of 75%. If I picked it up correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so you really looking at the distributor retailer model at this juncture. So if you want to expand upon your presentation or to scale, you will have to go to a distributor retailer. You think this is adequate margin still? Because distributor will be there, then there will be retailer. How will your margin dynamics work in that expansion?
So, like we mentioned earlier, as of now, the retail channel is more for a brand recall channel for us, for this category, not just for us, but across the entire industry. Right? So even like a Baskin or any premium ice cream range, they are only 5% of their revenue comes from retail. So what sells a lot in retail is the cheaper line of products, not so much. So even a London Dairy or something. So for them, it's a very small channel. For us, the focus is going to be a lot online, and also maybe in the future we might have our own stores also, which could be franchised.
So I missed out the pricing part. How do you compare yourself with the pricing?
So we have 125 ml tubs priced at 95 rupees. Then we have 500 ml ice cream tubs which are priced at 325 to 345.
Very expensive.
Sorry.
Very expensive.
So Baskin Robbins
I'll tell you how the ice cream business works. In fact, not only I love the product. If you go to the international research,
Okay.
if you do randomly research in this class, you ask them how many people like ice cream. Hardly 1 or 2 will raise their hands. I don't like ice cream. That means 100% will raise their hands. But if real business comes, what is the average consumption? Per capita consumption. India is one of the lowest because we have alternative products are more, sweets and all. Average per capita consumption when you compare with Germany or US or anywhere, that goes to 8 to 9 liters as per the report of
correct. India is
and
about
India's in
300 ml.
300 ml.
Correct.
And India is a volume driven low price.
Correct.
There are ice cream restaurant thing, you know that. There is a case happened with HUL could able to fail literally in front of Amul remaining all desserts.
Correct. Frozen desserts.
And you know how the pricing is. I personally feel this much pricing little bit challenging. Because your bottom line, real volume business seasonal, much more challenging. Natchez.
So one of the things is that what makes our products a little more expensive. I wouldn't say it's more expensive than even a Baskin Robbins, which for an 80 ml.
So what is your model? Are you going to become ice cream shops or franchisee or what is your expansion?
So that is one of
What
the.
are you going to do with the money?
So that is one of the things that we will be getting into physical stores.
Yeah, I'll tell you today. If you go into physical store, parlor, ice cream shop, nobody success. Baskin Robbins turn into store to gone into the small kiosk form because ice cream conversion rate 2 people sits for 200 to 300 rupees. People think it that way when they go to restaurant. They'll have a food. They don't have ice cream in the restaurant. You can observe it. Even I am. My salary is I don't mean to